Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive, pulls back, baseline jumper's good. OKC with their first lead of the second half. Williams has been hot all night, falling away, got it. 40 points for Jaylin Williams. 28 remaining. Holmgren down the lane. A Holmgren hammer, and it's back up to a dozen.
This is Udart. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, and welcome to the Uncontested Podcast, coming to you live Sunday, January 11th, on the heels of a Thunder victory, 124-112 versus the Miami Heat. I'm your host for the evening, Jacob Niffen, also known as Ajay Mitchell. If you're not watching the pod, I have an Ajay Mitchell jersey, my lefty brethren. I got JD Silva with me.
Hello.
Justin Peabody.
Hello, everybody.
And Taylor Peterson.
Hi, friends.
We are proudly brought to you by
tonight.
the Blue Wire Podcast Network and our friends over at Prairie Artisan Ales. Oh,
Where Nicholas...
my beloved seasick crocodile.
I forget who it was, but someone the other day said that Seasick Crocodile is their least favorite prairie beer.
Ooh.
I think it was someone in the Discord, actually.
How dare they?
Ooh.
Yep.
Well,
I have 2 packs in my fridge right now.
because they're about to go out of season.
Yeah, I had to stock up.
But Nick and I were at the very own Prairie Artisan Ales tap room today before the game. Got to catch up, hang out, watch a little bit of football, talk some Thunder. We had a great time. And shout out to Prairie. This was really cool. We were there around 3:30ish. So we're talking 2.5 hours before the game. Not a whole lot going on. It's a Sunday, and the tap room was busy, steady, ton of people in Thunder gear, which was awesome. And then right before we left, a huge crowd of people come in, and all of a sudden somebody starts talking on the mic. It was Sunday trivia at Prairie Artisan Ales. So that was really cool. Get to experience it. And there was a great crowd. So if any of y'all want a place to go and watch a Thunder game, I'm telling you, Prairie, it's not just talk. Can't confirm. Great place to be, to hang out with fellow Thunder fans.
Love it,
Taylor. There you go. We also, speaking of the Discord, we have a Patreon that you can subscribe to if you would like. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like $5 a month. You get access to our Discord. We host live virtual watch parties. We did one a week or 2 ago. It was a lot of fun. We just hopped in, and there's probably 15 of us just watching a Thunder basketball game together and chatting in the voice chat is a lot of fun. You also get access to bonus pods, one which will be recorded immediately after the show you're listening to right now. So if you're interested in cool Thunder community, virtual watch parties, giveaways, 2 people in the Discord, one won a Thunder jersey, another person won $250 in Prairie gift cards. So if all that sounds interesting to you, $5 a month, you can join the Patreon. We would appreciate it. It helps us pay for pod stuff. So
helps pay for Jacob's crippling Coke Zero addiction.
That is true. No, we actually don't pocket any of the pod money. Don't let them lie to you. So the Thunder played the Miami Heat tonight. There's been some interesting games recently. A massive comeback in Memphis, which was pretty cool. And then tonight, the Thunder played the Miami Heat in Oklahoma City, win 124-112. Some of the team stats before we dive into this one. Thunder shoot 51% from the floor. The Heat shoot 54%. Thunder shoot 29% from 3. The Heat shot 53% from 3. The Thunder shot 71% from the free throw line, which is not great, but the Heat shot 54% from the free throw line. Thunder 15 more free throws than the Heat. Thunder also tallied 9 more rebounds, including the difference there is the offensive rebounds, 5-14, which is pretty awesome. Only 23 assists for OKC, but 12 steals, 5 blocks. Forced Miami into 23 turnovers and got 39 points off of those. Thunder scored 66 points in the paint, and their largest lead was 20. Guys, really a tale of two halves in this one.
Very much so. A stat I was going to add, one that we've talked a lot about. 3-point shooting in the first half, 2 of 15. In the second half, 8 of 19.
I had that one as well. Yep.
It's amazing that like 8 of 19 is good. Don't get me wrong. 8 of 19 felt like 19 of 19 in the second half because of how bad the shooting has been. It felt like the floodgates opened. And what was really, really nice to see is the trickle-down impacts that has on both sides of the floor. Silva and I were talking about this a little bit on Thursday.
Yep.
When you're missing shots, it affects more than just the scoreboard. And Oklahoma City was able to play better defense, play better in transition, to get more turnovers, to close out harder on shooters, to communicate better on switches. Like all of that is because their long 3-point shots actually went in the basket in the second half today. And it was a really nice reminder of the avalanche that can happen when this team is firing on all cylinders, because it feels like it's been a minute since we've gotten to see it.
Why does 29% from three feel like 45% from three for this Thunder team?
Right.
Because of the drastic change between both halves. So I think Justin nailed it. And Justin, what you said on Thursday podcast about the 3-point shooting leading to transition opportunities for the opposing team, not being able to get the defense set. That was just like ringing through my head this entire game, both the first half and the second half for different reasons that you got to. But it wasn't just the 3-point shooting in the second half. It kind of coincided, I think, with Shai and J-Dub, and then eventually Ajay Mitchell also, all three being able to get to the rim again. And obviously the Thunder were still generating good 3-point looks and just weren't making them in the first half. That's been a consistent theme here over the past couple of weeks. But them being able to get to the rim, to finish, to get a set defense on the other end of the floor, I think that led to a little more confidence for those other Thunder players like the Aaron Wiggins, the Isaiah Joes that we'll get into, who were able to hit those 3-point attempts there in that second half.
Nick is also in our group chat screaming at us to mention second chance points, because that was also a big contributor to this game. The Thunder scored 26 points off second chance opportunities in this one, which is huge because rebounding's been a big issue.
Yep.
They
out offensive rebounded the Heat big time tonight.
But yeah, by 9. Two of the biggest second chance buckets tonight came on awesome Ajay Mitchell plays where he just came flying in on the offensive glass for putbacks. I thought Ajay was awesome.
He looked great.
As we look into some of the individual stats, I thought the big three played an awesome game. Let's start here. Shai had 4 points and was just putting up a stinker. Subbed in with 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. I looked at JD. JD and I went to the game tonight. I looked at JD and I said, how many points is going to have by half? JD said 10. I said 13. And where did he end at, JD?
Oh, more than both of us guessed. I don't remember exactly
It's
how
like
many.
16 or 17, wasn't it?
And then we get to, 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and the brother's up to 26 points. And you're just like,
Yeah.
He started 0 of 4, 0 of 5, something like that. Ends 10 of 19, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 turnovers, which is a little uncharacteristic for him.
Jacob, I was going to bring up the turnovers because speaking of the first half, again, 3 turnovers. Were all 3 in the first half? I feel like they were. I don't think he turned the ball over.
Been, yeah.
He was getting caught in like weird spaces and
double and triple teams every time he gets the ball.
He had a triple team. JD and I were talking. He had a triple team in the first half where he shot faked it and all 3 guys went flying. And I was like, then he swung it. I was like, brother, do the step through and cook 3 guys at once. So you just get immortalized on the internet.
He was also getting targeted a bit, especially to start the game. The Heat felt like they just kept trying to put him in pick and roll action and attack Shai. A lot of their points to start the game came at Shai's expense. Some of that was just by coincidence. Like it wasn't necessarily like Shai was playing bad defense and the others were playing great defense. Some of it was just guys were making shots on Shai and missing on others. But I agree, a rough start to the game, but then, man, he can make you forget it so quickly. His ability to turn it on is so impressive. Continues the 20-point streak. I think we're at 110 straight games now of 20 points.
What's the record?
It's 120 something, 126.
26 is,
I think.
Yeah.
That's
From
not
Will.
that far away.
He's
not.
gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He just makes it look so effortless. And I think what's impressive for me during this stretch, you can debate this as much as you'd like with the Twitter trolls, but the Shai whistle has looked different. And you see it on a night like tonight. There was a number of plays where Shai took contact on one end. You went right down to the other end of the floor with a somewhat similar play, and they blew the whistle on the Heat end. And I don't want to debate the ref whistle too much, but it's clear that he is finding this success despite not drawing contact. I do feel like, whether conscious or unconscious with these refs, that they're not officiating him the same way they were to start the season. And credit to Shai for continuing to find a way to put the ball in the bucket.
And to adapt. Agreed.
Yep.
Completely.
But I was told he could only score at the free throw line.
Well, and I think to the referee.
Hey, I was
White-
sorting free throw attempts for the year.
Yep.
Luka's number 1. Do you know where Shai's at?
13
40
or
something.
something like that.
I was gonna guess like 9th.
Shai's 4th.
Fourth.
Oh.
Okay.
Way higher.
Way off.
Luka at 12 per game. Denny Avdia at 10.
Checks
Giannis
out.
at 9.5. Shai at 9.2.
Okay.
I think
Kenny,
a lot of
we need to talk Thunder basketball. Can I read a stat line real quick? Is that okay?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Luka Doncic, a record of 19-10 in games he's played. Shooting splits of 45, 32, 78.
Not good.
8 assists, 4.5 turnovers a game. A plus/minus of 1.
Nasty.
Maybe not Luka. Maybe Nico wasn't wrong.
Oh boy.
Well, AD.
Let's not go there.
I was about to say, but
Luka does 2 things. He jacks threes, and then he
complains
foul
to the
baits
refs.
worse than anybody else in the league.
Yes.
Yeah, Denny's coming for that crown, though, it seems. We'll see. Hey, I wanted to shout out Chet in this game because I thought he was super, super impressive, and he completely put Bam in the corner and never let him out the entire game. Chet was 16 points on 7 of 13, 10 rebounds, 5 of which were offensive rebounds, 3 blocks. He held Bam Adebayo, who makes like $50 million a year, to 6 points on 3 of 10 from the field.
Nasty.
It was nasty. Chet just looks great. And I made to Jacob during the game is like, Chet is just getting all the easy buckets he could not get last year because he's catching the ball and immediately making a move to score instead of catching the
Decisive.
ball, dribble. He's decisive is what he is this year.
And defensively, he really impressed me tonight. There was a play in the first half where I think it was a Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo pick and roll where whoever was on Hero, I think it was Dort maybe, kind of got behind the play. And so Chet, it was a side pick and roll, and Chet's kind of in no man's land, but kind of baiting both sides. And he drops far enough to where Hero can't get the ball to Bam. So Hero goes up for the shot, and then Chet lunges and blocks it. It was just like he played the cat and mouse game so perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gotten really, really, really good at that. I don't know. He's playing defensive player of the year type of basketball right now.
100%.
On top of that, his line tonight, 16 points on over 50% shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, but 10 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 3 blocks, and no turnovers. JD, I think you're spot on. Chet was and has been awesome recently.
So, question for you all, because Chet has obviously been playing at an all-star level the entirety of almost the first half of the season now. We're almost there, which is crazy. But when he struggled, like the stretch that he struggled, we talked about the Spurs games, but he was playing alongside iHeart, the double big lineup. iHeart coming back into the lineup, things of that nature. When Chet's playing at the 5, it just seems like things flow so much better offensively for him, especially, and he's also able to defend at a higher level when he's defending some of those centers, and he's not, defending on the perimeter. It's not that he can't, shuffle his feet and be able to defend smaller players on the perimeter. That's a huge strength of Chet's, but it feels like he's been playing better as the sole 5. So I'm curious your all's thoughts on that. Obviously, we miss iHeart a lot. The Thunder miss iHeart a lot from a rebounding perspective and a playmaking perspective offensively, not to mention the rebounds on both ends of the floor. But is Chet better suited at the 5 right now?
I think the numbers look flashier. I think, and if you want to talk like, is Chet better at the 5? Like, we can have a debate about that. Is this Thunder team better with Chet and iHeart on the floor together? That answer is yes.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I think it will come down to how you utilize those lineups as it always does with any player, right? But there are obvious strengths to having both of them on the floor, but I think depending on the matchup, depending on the game situation, you're definitely getting a glimpse of what you get with Chet, where he can just kind of play rim protector, let the other 4 guys be out on the perimeter, apply a lot of ball pressure, and if they get around you, you've got to deal with Chet Holmgren, is a pretty solid defensive strategy.
And my question isn't, are the Thunder better without iHeart? That is not what I'm saying at all. But should they be staggering them a little more once they do come back? Not saying they shouldn't start, but should they be staggered a little more?
Maybe, yeah.
That's a question. But I think what Mark would answer to this is that, just like what Jacob said, depends on lineups, the matchups, etc. The versatility. Exactly.
I think there are in more cases than not. I think Chet is probably at his best at the 5, but in the playoffs specifically, if there's like a huge presence, a huge offensive presence specifically at the big position, whether it be a Jokic or Wemby or someone like that, that's when you need the double bigs. You don't want to leave Chet out on an island against those guys. So it's nice to have them both.
Yep.
Absolutely. Speaking of guys tonight, I thought J-Dub put in another really good performance. 9 of 13 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3. That means that 12 of his 13 shots came inside the 3-point arc. He did miss the 2 free throws he got. He should be getting more free throws when he is attacking like he is, but 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Defensively, I thought he was awesome, but J-Dub living just downhill constantly means good things for this basketball team.
Tonight and against Memphis, his aggression getting to the basket has been so great to see. He even had a couple not layups, but close to the basket shots where it felt like he had a good touch on it, which was encouraging to see as well. That one 3-pointer, you can't blame him. He was so wide open. You had to take that shot, even though I knew as soon as he shot it, it wasn't going in. He's opened up a lot more recently, been more candid about what's going on. He actually had a quote tonight that I saw right before we went live where he said, "I thought I was my own biggest critic, but it might be Twitter." And you can love it or hate it, but I love hearing Dub be candid about this kind of stuff. And I love seeing him work through it and find success. Cause I think some of the criticism had just gotten so overblown that people were acting like Dub lost his entire basketball IQ, and that's just not the case. He's making smart plays. He's driving with aggression, and eventually, at some point, he'll find his touch again.
It feels like he's finding his boundaries of what he can and cannot do right now, and he's more comfortable within those boundaries game to game. We saw him drop 40 in the finals off of this wrist, and the way he's being effective right now is playing similarly to how he played in those games, where if he's driving, he's not over dribbling. He's dribbling 2 or 3 times, and he's finishing at the rim, or he's catching it off of a cut and then finishing immediately afterwards. He's not it's when he starts over dribbling, that's when the issues can start to come up. But even the mid range shot is looking better and better. Looks more like J-Dub, and his finishing with the left still looks way better than it did last year because he had to use that hand so much.
Jacob and JD, you may not have seen it. Did you see the Thanos glove they had him on the
No.
bench with today?
No.
Apparently, it was like a heating glove.
I think it's like a Theragun, like the company that has Theragun, like they have heating and cooling items as well. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. And he immediately went to Instagram, Justin, posted it on his story, which I thought was
Did he?
cool.
That's funny. Yeah, he was sitting on the bench, just keeping a hot hand, I guess.
That's cool.
like
Did you guys see SGA kept holding his hand? I couldn't tell what was going on with that.
In that first half, especially. And I
Yeah.
thought he re-injured it because he originally had a jam finger here, like, what was it, 3-4 weeks ago now? So I was a little concerned when he went out there that he was hurt, but it was because he picked up like his second or third foul there in the first half.
Just got a super chat from our guy, Alan, who says, how bad would it have had to get before we think we would have made a major trade like Joe or Wiggins? I don't think it'll get to that. I do think we trade Oos or something small like a pick.
Can I pitch the trade?
Yes, please. We were debating this in our text chat this weekend.
So there's been a lot of talk about should the Thunder make a trade with like the skid, right? I don't think they're on I think it's
A 7-3 skid.
Yeah,
I
7
think-
in the last 10.
I think it's January basketball.
It's
is
a
what it
speed
is.
bump.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a speed bump. I've been kicking the can around on this one. It's hard to find an actual trade target. For the record, I don't think the Thunder do anything. I think just like Alan has mentioned, I think they move Oos for something small and that's it. But if you are pro the Thunder need a trade for a rotation guy for the playoffs, it's really hard to make that happen because I don't think they're trading anyone out of their own top 8. And if you want someone who will get rotation minutes, you're trying to get somebody who would be your top 9-ish, maybe top 10.
At least, yeah.
Matching contracts is hard. So, like, Thunder Twitter's favorite is go get Trey Murphy III. That's a lot of money. And you're
it's
looking
so
at,
easy.
You're
Just
looking at
throw
like
all the picks at him.
a 3-for-1 type of deal to make salaries match. It just doesn't make sense.
Yep.
That's way too splashy. If the Thunder lose in round 1, we can revisit that talk at the draft. I don't think that's happening. So you are looking for somebody who, A, is presumably available, B, doesn't have to be like a 3-for-1 trade, C, doesn't need the ball in their hands a lot, and D, can do something that is going to improve this team. The one that I came up with was, I think it'd probably be to get the money to match. It would be like an Isaiah Joe, Ousmane Dieng, and then maybe you throw in some sort of pick. I don't know what the pick compensation would be, but Joe, Oos, some sort of draft pick for Colin Sexton from the Charlotte Hornets. Sexton shoots 40% from 3 for his career. He's a little undersized at 6'2", but he's a bit stockier. Highly energetic, rebounds well for his size, plays really good defense. He could slide into those Isaiah Joe minutes in the playoffs. A few things that I think are interesting. If you did a 2-for-1 there, you could bump Brandon Carlson up to from his 2-way to an actual contract so he could play playoff minutes if needed to close out the season.
I don't like that either,
Hope
Justin.
not.
But then at the Colin Sexton is on an expiring contract.
Yep.
So at the end of the season, you now have 2 open roster spots. You have 18 mil off your books. And those open roster spots then become the spots that you fill with the new rookies who are coming in with those draft picks. And so you get a little more wiggle room there. The other thing is you typically trade, especially in-season trades, are done between GMs who have history. The Thunder and the Charlotte Hornets have a history of making trades.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Drop the damn deuce on us.
Bring back Trey, man.
But I think that one's the one that makes the most sense to me.
He's a much better 3-point shooter than I thought. He's shooting like 39% He's only
a good
attempting
3-point
3.5.
shooter.
He's only attempting like
Yeah.
3.5 a game, but I mean, this is a guy that's averaged 24 points a game in a season before. He's just way more of a score first mindset guard. He's kind of like an AJ, it'd be a similar role to that, but
Which
consistent.
He's a little doggish though. He's
Yeah,
he's
he is.
6'3", 190.
Yeah.
which if Dub is not going to be full Dub heading into the playoffs, I think this idea is really fun because you could get a little bit of that extra ball handler out on the floor, get some more minutes for a guy that you feel comfortable that could initiate the offense. I don't hate it.
Probably get a shirt made out of something sex related.
Justin would cook up all kinds of ideas.
Yep.
I think that's correct. I
There we
think
go.
you're thinking about it the correct way, Justin. But I think thinking about him as like an Isaiah Joe or Oos replacement isn't quite correct because Sexton is still a player, I think, who needs the ball in his hands to be able to create. That doesn't mean he can't necessarily play off ball, but when you add another one of those combo guard creators, especially when I think this team already needs more AJ as it is, that concerns me because you're incorporating another ball handler to play primarily alongside AJ in some of those second units.
Yeah.
And I think that will take away from the strength that AJ has shown here, especially this season with some of the injuries like J-Dub early on. So
Him and
for that
Garland
reason,
were a
I'm
fun-
more skeptical.
Him and Garland were a fun backcourt duo back in the day in Cleveland. The
And they were
Sexland
losing
backcourt.
games.
Yeah, they weren't winning.
Like if you brought AJ, Colin Sexton, Alex Caruso, Kaysen Wallace off your bench, like it's undersized, but it's doggish.
Yep.
It's dog light.
If
It's
Kaysen
dog-esque.
will can get that toe healed and
We can get there.
Yeah.
play perimeter
Um,
defense.
We
again.
also have another super chat back to tonight's game from our guy David, who says Heat 50%, us 30-ish. Better today, but still painful.
agree.
Yeah.
Mourning the shooting.
Absolutely. One last thing as far as players are concerned that I wanted to touch. Well, we can talk a lot about this game still. But one interesting one for me was Lou Dort, 19 minutes, Ajay Mitchell, 27.
Lou
As it should
subbed
be.
out in the third, and I don't think he came back in.
Never came
He
back.
did not.
he didn't have a job to do in this one, really. Like he's usually like if Norm Powell had played, that would have been the guy he guards because Norm averages like 25 a game this year. Like that would be the
Yeah.
guy he covers.
Yeah.
It
He
almost
also
feels like
just, like-
AJ almost does that job at 85% that Lou does, but then gives you so much more offensively.
Bingo. That's where
Is
I was
that-
wanting to go.
Is that crazy?
No.
No.
That is where I was wanting to go, Jacob, because when you think about Lou's struggles, both offensively but also defensively, he just hasn't been the same. I know there's been injuries going on throughout this season. He obviously has all the KT tape going down that trap, like etc. But when Lou's not performing well enough offensively, and he's not providing the same perimeter of attack defense that we're accustomed to,
Mhm.
he becomes borderline unplayable. When you see iso ball Lou Dort going down baseline and jacking up some fadeaway floater that we know is not going to go in, like
Or
that's an
stiff
issue.
arming a guy on a fast break.
Two of those, Justin. Two offensive fouls. Yeah, right. A fast break and also yet again earlier in the game in the first half. And then you add on to that the Kaysen struggling as well. I'm not concerned about Kaysen long term. I'm not saying trade Lou or trade Kaysen, but what I am saying is when neither of them are playing well offensively or defensively, especially at point of attack, you have a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
And so because of that, like you said, Jacob, AJ provides at least the effort defensively. He's able to hang with multiple of those defenders at the point of attack and then also provide so much more, especially when it comes to getting to the rim on the offensive side of the ball. He should be getting more minutes than those two players.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. It makes me wonder, as of right now, with the lineup the Thunder have been running out, you've got Lou and Kaysen both in the starting lineup that have both not been playing great basketball.
I don't think you can run that lineup very much anymore.
No, it doesn't feel like it.
Agreed.
Especially with
I-
Jada not being able to shoot threes. Like it's like, okay,
It's really killing him.
3 of the
Yeah.
5.
I asked JD this at the game. I don't think it's going to happen. But even when fully healthy, do you think there's been an internal discussion with the team about starting AJ over Dort?
No,
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I not because he's not good, and not because that lineup
True.
wouldn't be good, but because I think they like him coming off the bench. It's the James Harden conundrum all over again.
Yes.
I can see them trying to get
Yes.
in the playoffs if things are going poorly.
Andre Robertson starting. Like,
Yeah.
you're right. They care much more about
He-
the closing
he is-
lineups based on the game.
AJ's playing starter minutes now,
Yep,
though.
exactly.
That's the big point there, Jacob.
Dude,
Yep.
he's freaking good, dog.
So
He
good.
has been incredible.
He is so
We haven't
good.
Have we even talked about him tonight other than the second chance points that he had? 16 points. Only 8 of 15. 8 of 15, but only he was 0 of 3 from 3. Didn't have like big defensive stats in terms of like steals or deflections, but I thought he played great defensively, like you were alluding to earlier, Jacob. Like AJ is playing some really impressive basketball right
Dude,
now.
he's averaging 14, 3.5, 3.5, and 1.5 steals on 48, 34, 88 splits. Like he's playing like, and this isn't early season. Remember, we talked early season, like at some point he's gonna get put on the scouting report.
right.
Yeah.
He's on that bad boy now.
They're high up on that
Now,
I think.
JD and I, in watching the game tonight, I can tell you what the first thing on the scouting report says.
He's going left.
Force
Make
him
him, force him right. Make him
Yep.
go right. That's what the first thing on the scouting report says. Brother, I get it. Us lefties cannot finish with the right hand. Get in the lab. Justin, stop.
I didn't do anything.
It's always Justin's face that gives it away.
Who, me?
Yeah, AJ's right hand is kind of made out of stone when he's going up to the
Yeah, there's no touch. It's AJ trying to finish a layup with his right hand looks like Lou Dort trying to finish a layup with his right hand. It just
Unfortunately,
bangs off the
that's Lou
glass.
Dort's dominant hand, but your
Exactly.
point sticks.
Lou pulled some bullshit in that first quarter where he dribbled like 15 times.
Oh yeah.
Turn around.
I looked at JD and I said, I think he's dribbled 15 times. That's 15
Yeah.
times too many.
Yeah.
When Lou catches and does 2 dribbles and powers in and just is a bowling ball to the rim and gets the layup, that's good, Lou.
Yeah.
That dude took I think it was the 15 dribbles, and then he took a post-up turnaround
Yes.
fadeaway midi
That's what I was talking
and
about.
airballed that bad boy. And I was like, brother.
That's literally me in pickup. Like that whole sequence.
It's real bad. That's when you know the Thunder offense is struggling.
Nice to see this team both tonight and in the Memphis game. Feels like a little bit of a back on the course type of stretch for them. Against Memphis, it was great to see, but you wondered, they were so shorthanded. How much is that going to translate? Tonight felt like the shortest injury report this team has had in a hot minute. So to see them get back to it and get the train back on the tracks a little bit was really encouraging to see, because they've got some tough ones coming up.
Jay Will came back. I don't know if we mentioned that.
And Jay Will came back.
He was
Thought he
aw-
had a
dude,
great
he
first
came
half.
in cooking.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
And he was like attacking the basket.
9
was
points
awesome.
tonight. 6 of
some-
6 from the free throw line for Jay Will.
That's awesome. I think I saw someone mention it in the chat. I hadn't thought about this and I hadn't looked this up, and I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's a restricted free agent this season. Ayo Dosunmu's kind of balling out in Chicago right now.
He's good.
I like that.
6'4", 200-pound, absolute dog defensively. You guys want to take a guess what he's shooting from 3 this year?
Sounds
Probably
better than
better
I
Thunder players.
Probably like
better than I would have guessed. Yeah.
43% on 2 attempts a game or something like that. It's probably
45% on 4 attempts per game.
What?
Hello.
yeah. He's trying to get
That's a
paid.
surprise.
51, 45, 87 splits.
Wow.
That'll
good.
play.
2.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists,
That'll
14.5 points a game.
Bulls
He
are
is
like, "We gotta get
6'4", 200 pounds, and he's got long braids. He fits in with the dog pound in OKC. Every good
Unbelievable.
defender on this team has long braids or a bald white head.
There's
Yeah.
no in between.
Either or.
JD and I were having this. JD and I were having this discussion on the way into the game. Is Chet a tall Tyler Hero, or is Tyler Hero a short, evil version of Chet?
I think Hero is a short, evil version of Chet.
Agreed.
I think that's the right answer.
It's not the alternative. Yep.
Because they're both, who they are. But there's something nefarious about Tyler Hero.
He's not trustworthy.
No.
I agree.
I think I can say this.
Oh, no.
Here
Probably
we go.
means you can't.
Tyler Hero, especially with the facial hair, is a shaved head away from like being able to play a skinhead in a movie.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
He looks like he could get down with the Nazi party.
Should we do trivia?
I think so.
Yes, I think so. Let's play Prairie Trivia, brought to you by Prairie Artisan Ales. Prairie back at it again with some new beers this week. 3 new beers to be specific. They have a German Pilsner that is crisp and refreshing.
Which I tried today and
Did
can
you?
confirm it was crisp. and
German Pils is delightful. They've got
Pilsner. Barely know
I
her.
barely know her.
they've got Midnight Temptation, which is a low ABV stout with cacao nibs, vanilla, and chocolate syrup. And last but not least, they have Lil Nap, which is a sour ale made with blackberries and lime. So they've got something for everybody.
And none other than Nicholas Crane on this very podcast tried that one for his second beer of the day.
Nice.
Did you guys ever drink chocolate syrup out of the bottle?
Like
No.
recently
Time
or?
Like as a child?
Oh, yes.
Justin's like last night. Yeah.
That's right before we started
Yeah.
recording.
I
or-
would like scoop out the, like the Nesquik like powder.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely like eat a spoonful of that.
Would you really?
Yeah, it's a ding.
8-year-old JD just doing lines of cocoa powder off the
4.
counter.
More like 4 or 5 years old.
Cinnamon challenge, but with
He's-
Nesquik.
He's got
I
the
asked my-
Nesquik and he's like,
I asked my students this, and none of them did that before.
what? Cocaine?
I did ask them if they do cocaine. No, I did not. The
Not in front
chocolate
of you.
syrup out of the bottle.
Oh,
I used to do maple syrup out of the bottle.
whoa.
It's good.
That is
Good. Would still do.
Straight sugar.
All right, let's do some trivia. The first 3 questions come courtesy of our guy Smoot in the Discord. Thank you, Smoot, for DMing me these. We have to celebrate Kenny Hustle. Kenny had a great game against Memphis. We did not get to talk a ton about that game, but Kenny was awesome. So tonight's questions from Smoot revolve around Kenny Hustle because he scored
Kenny
20
Hustle
points.
is the definition of unk. I just need that to be.
I like that.
All right.
Mhm, indeed. He scored 20 points against the Grizzlies. When was the last time he scored 20 points?
You need
Give
like
me a date.
Oh God.
Prior to Friday, when was the last time Kenny scored 20 points?
Oh man.
Kenny.
Baby back rib. Is that where you're going with that?
Yes.
That's what it sounded like. Okay.
Silva says February 2022. Jacob says November 2023.
I just
Taylor
got 2023. It's all I got.
Says 2023. The answer is
21st
May.
century is what Taylor said.
Yeah.
The answer
did
is
it sometime.
May 11th, 2021.
Wow.
Wow. Kenny has had 4 20-point games in his career. How many have been a member of the Thunder? 4 20-point games in Kenrich's career. Silva says 2. Taylor said 4 out loud. I don't know if that was an answer.
No, I said
He says 3. Jacob says 3. The answer is 3.
Yeah. That
Last but not least, what is the lowest number of minutes Kenny has played in a game where he has scored 20 points? Lowest number of minutes. Silva says 16.
14 for me.
Taylor says 14, and Jacob says 24. The answer is 29, which was Friday against the Grizzlies.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
All right, next segment comes from, this next question actually was suggested to me to look up by Silva. who says, how many teams have had the MVP and the DPOY in the same year in NBA history?
Number of teams?
Yeah. How many bonus points if you can name which teams? But it's, we were talking about it earlier. Chet is in the running for DPOY. Shai is obviously in the running for MVP. Not out of the question. Jacob
My
says
camera keeps
3,
freezing,
and he
but I said
says
3.
Golden State. Silva says 3.
Oh,
Taylor also says 3.
right down the. So I was gonna guess like a Bulls team, a Lakers team with Kobe and Shaq, and then a Warriors team.
The answer is 5.
Oh,
Wow.
Most
More than I
recently,
thought.
the 2019-20 Bucks. Giannis was both.
Bucks.
In 2000-2001, the Sixers did it with Iverson and Mutombo.
Oh, we didn't get a Steph Draymond year?
We did not.
Wow, okay.
weird.
Iverson and Mutombo. Huh.
Iverson and Mutombo.
Would
The
not
next
have
one is the 93-94 Rockets, in which Olajuwon just did both himself. And the 87-88 Bulls, in which MJ did both himself. And last but not least, the 86-87 Lakers with Magic and Michael Cooper.
So how many of those were the
2
award
different people.
people? Like
2. So yeah, if you factor out Giannis, Olajuwon, and MJ, 2.
so rare air if that happens. This year.
Absolutely is. Next question. Over the last 10 games, and I think these stats were not counting today because I don't think it is updated yet. How many of the current Western Conference playoff teams are in the bottom 5 of the NBA in 3-point percentage? So how many of the following teams, Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Wolves, Lakers, Rockets, are currently in the bottom 5 of the NBA in 3-point percentage?
So how many? 6 teams?
6 teams, the current playoff
Bottom
teams in
5.
the West. Silva says 2.
I got a theme going here.
Jacob says 3. Taylor says 3. The answer is 4.
4.
Oh.
4 of the bottom 5 3-point shooting teams
Okay.
of the last 10 are
Read
the
them off one
current-
more time, and can we
Western
guess which
Conference team.
one is not?
Sure. Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Wolves, Lakers, Rockets.
Lakers, Rockets.
2 of
Must be
those
the
teams are not in the bottom 5.
Rockets.
Wolves.
Ding, ding, ding. Wolves are 1.
Lakers.
Or the Spurs. I don't know. Shit.
It's the Nuggets. The
It's
Wolves
the
and the
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
No, the Nuggets have nobody healthy.
Correct, but they're
Right.
4th in the NBA in the last 10 games.
That's
At
crazy.
40.1%. The Wolves
Wow.
are 12th at 36.8. Then you
Hmm.
have the Rockets in
Oh,
26th.
I was doing the question wrong. I was trying to
Oh,
say the
you're doing the
Lakers
opposite.
are
you're
in the
going backwards. I was
dumpster.
going to say
Yeah.
Lakers.
Got it. Yes, that is correct. So the Rockets are 26th at 31.7. The Lakers are 27th at 31.5%. The Thunder are 28th at 31.1. And the Spurs are last at 29.5%.
Let me tell you something. Spurs ain't going to be last after Wednesday night, buddy. Or Tuesday night.
Last question on the same theme.
Get ready for fat Russell Westbrook to shoot 80% from 3.
At Russell Westbrook.
What's that dude's name?
Keldon Johnson.
Huh?
Keldon Johnson.
Yes. He looks like fat Russell Westbrook.
Gosh.
He does. That's fair.
Where does this season's 3-point percentage rank in OKC Thunder history? This
Okay, I
season's
don't know what the percentage is.
It's going to be high, unfortunately.
It is 35.7 for the season.
What's the question again?
Where does this season's 3-point shooting rank in Thunder history? Of all the teams the Thunder have ever had, where are they currently sitting?
Is 27
Taylor.
games?
I don't think it's 27. No.
No, I'm sorry. 17.
Yeah, there. That feels better.
I'm gonna guess 7.
17. This
Silva
is-
says 7th.
I'm going 5th.
So close, both of you. The answer is 6th.
Oh my goodness.
6th, right behind the 2012 Thunder and ahead of the 2023 Thunder. Any guesses? This is not an official question, but any guesses on what the best season was?
Don't know what happened, but it was pretty good timing.
I guess last season.
That is a good guess. That is third. Last season is third. The best is 2023-24, where they shot 38.9% as a team.
I was about to guess 8th, Justin. How far off was I? Pretty far.
They were 6th.
Oh, okay.
Interestingly
play.
enough, this team is first in 2-point percentage. That one's not as exciting to talk about, but I thought that was really interesting as I was going through that.
But it also makes sense, I think, outside of Jub.
Jub. There you have it. Thanks for playing.
Nice job. Thank you, Smoot, for the question.
And thank you, Smoot.
Thank you, Smoot. Taylor?
Yeah.
Supposed to say thank you, Smoot. We all said
Thank you, Smoot. I love you, Smoot.
Oh, taking it to another level. Should we talk about the elephant in the room for Tuesday night?
There's an elephant?
Wemby?
Yes, correct.
I think the best Wemby defender on this team is going to be Hartenstein, and he's not going to play.
Unless
Agreed.
he does.
Unless he does.
I mean, he did the last time in the
Kendrick
cup.
Williams?
Yeah. Caruso still, I think.
I think I'm ready to see a big on Wemby.
But Chet on
I agree, but we're saying no iHeart.
But I think the big has to be iHeart because I think Wemby struggles with physicality.
Right.
And I would just put iHeart in there. But that's why I like Kenrich, because Kenrich is so physical with him as well.
I would not hate to see Kenny against Wemby. Now,
hey,
should we try Brandon Carlson?
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Lou Dort, make yourself.
I was
useful
kidding,
again.
by the way.
Sure.
You don't gotta attack me that hard.
Seriously.
I asked Jacob mid-game. I was like, hey, isn't Brandon Carlson from Australia mid-game? He's like, no, he's from Utah. It's like, he looks Australian with the haircut.
What about what does an Australian look like?
I don't know, Brandon Carlson.
He's got the long hair
Carver
back.
and Dump Truck Dukas are just they're brothers.
Wow.
I feel like that's a racial stereotype, JD.
I don't think so.
Wow. I don't know. You got to think this team has had this game circled as much as we have, right?
Is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
I hope it's a good thing.
True.
Spurs lost in Minnesota tonight. Spurs are going to be playing their third game in 4 nights.
They also they play tonight and they play again tomorrow. Silva. Or wait, no, sorry. They don't play again tomorrow.
No,
2 nights from now. Dang it.
Yeah, they're not playing a tree.
No,
ball.
say
They have a
Baba.
back to back.
back to back.
A Tregataba.
Trigataba.
Tregatata.
The Spurs can't possibly be as jacked up about this upcoming game than the last 3, right?
They can't be more so, but they could absolutely be equally as much. I think.
I don't want to lose 4 times to the same damn team
No.
in the season. But
No.
it's gonna be tough. iHeart is going to be like in the playoffs. iHeart would be a big part of that series. So I don't know.
But the NBA Cup game, Hart came back for that, and it was bad.
Yeah.
Like Wemby still abused them.
Like, can we just get a game where we hit all the threes?
That
that'd be
is
nice.
so. That was part of the reason why I included that question about the 3-point shooting. The Spurs have been shooting 29.5% from 3 over their last
their
10
guards
games.
are gonna cook
Right?
for some reason.
For some weird reason.
For some weird reason.
I just don't think they can start the Queso Dort lineup because offensively they're just going to get so far behind the 8 ball.
They shot 34% tonight in Minnesota. De'Aaron Fox 0 of 6. Steph Castle 0 of 1. Harrison Barnes 3 of 6. Keldon Johnson 3 of 4. Or no, 5 of 8. No, wait, sorry. Mixing it up. That was field goals. 3 of 4 was right.
Still.
Is Vassell still out?
Yeah, he did not play.
I think having AJ back in this game will be important too.
And then having Vassell would be pretty big.
Agreed.
And be still coming off the bench because that is
No.
also
No, he's starting.
because I think that was a real.
I did
that was
too.
a
It
weird
was a
wrinkle.
curveball.
It made
If-
weird lineups.
it
He
is
did not
Wemby
register a
starting-
block tonight either.
Do they start double bigs?
No. Cornette comes off the bench.
Okay, so it's Fox, Vassell, Castle, Barnes, Wemby.
Yeah, tonight they started Champagne.
Okay, he's good.
Champagne.
He is something really good.
So if there's no Hart, and that's the lineup, does it just start off? Are they gonna? They're gonna put Dub on him, aren't they? Do you want to see Chet guard him for a long stretch of the game?
I want to see him guard him for a stretch of the game. I don't know about a long one,
Yeah.
but I would.
But yes,
I
Jacob,
wanna
Please.
I think Dub will probably start on Wemby.
What I don't want to see is Chet trying to take Wemby one-on-one. I don't
want that either.
It ends in shame every time.
Yep.
It ends in a viral
Yep.
clip on
Yeah.
Twitter every time.
Got to get over the personal narratives and just set Chet up for success, like we've seen over these handful of games.
All I
And
want to
we need an
see
aggressive Chet on the boards.
put Wemby in the pick and roll with Kenrich Williams, and I want Kenrich to just make that man surrender like it's World War II for the French again. Just drop him.
Agreed.
I want to see the Thunder not be. I feel like one of the things that happened in the first few games is the Wemby effect was greater than the actual like Wemby presence literally was. They looked afraid to attack the basket, and like we saw tonight, that is one of their strengths. The Wolves had 50 points in the paint tonight compared to the Spurs 32. They were not afraid
That's
to
where
attack
the Thunder
Wemby.
miss Hart. That's where
Yeah,
you need the double
but-
bigs.
I don't think
can't
it
be
has to be
afraid.
double bigs though.
I agree, but the Spurs do present really athletic point of attack defenders that make it more difficult for the Thunder to get into the paint. And once they do,
Sure.
they're going to be there. So if you aren't hitting your 3-point shots, like we've talked so much about on this podcast recently,
Yep.
no. Chris Efe. Banger.
We would need Hart to go against Wemby for the World War II narrative.
That's awesome.
Does that make
Amazing.
us the bad guys?
It might.
Are we the baddies?
Apparently, we need Tyler Hero on this team now too. Then
Oh no.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Well
Start,
done.
start calling them the axes.
Out if they lose.
we can emergency pod Tuesday night if they beat the brains off of San Antonio.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Are we gonna emergency pod if they lose by 30?
Nope.
Nope.
Going to bed if that happens.
I'm gonna have a little treat and go to bed.
We might even skip the Thursday pod. And go straight to
We might just
Sunday.
pack it up, call it a, we
Call
had
it
a
a
good
week.
run.
It was a good run, folks.
30 Benadryl.
Couple melatonin. Called it.
This is year number 8 of the podcast.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, 2018.
isn't that wild?
February 2018.
Wow.
Look at us.
This is my like 5th season.
Yeah.
Is it
You're
really?
an old head now, Silva.
How is it your 5th
That's
season?
crazy.
around for a while.
I sent this to y'all like a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was randomly talking about the bubble with my kid, and I pulled up, or we did a whole, for those who have not been around the pod, for those of you who remember the Under the Bubble series,
Shout out.
Jacob, the
if
mad
you remember
scientist.
that, shout out for being around.
Bro,
If you do remember that, drop a comment, please.
Jacob had this idea while after they announced the bubble and before it actually started, there was like a 6-week break, something like that. And so Jacob said, hey, we should interview someone from every single team in the NBA and release it. And so we did. And I still can't believe we actually did that. So every episode was like 3 to 4 interviews with a podcaster or a reporter from another team. We covered every single team.
Shout out COVID.
Shout out COVID. But
Shout out COVID.
the intro was a banger. We used to have JD like narrating the intros.
Yeah.
And so it was like this like trap remix of Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid, and Silva like, welcome to Under the Bubble, the uncontested podcast, and breaking down all the teams as we return to play in Orlando.
That was when I
So
still,
good.
I was at UCO and I would go into our like really high end like audio recording booth in between classes and record whatever I had to record. That was
That's
sick.
amazing.
That was sick.
It's awesome. Good times.
Good times.
I think that's going to do it for us, guys.
That'll do, Pig.
Great show.
Please beat the Spurs.
Please.
We will be back maybe Tuesday night.
Maybe Tuesday
Probably
night.
Thursday night. Definitely next Sunday night. I know that's all I got. No Tankathon sprint, Chris. The freaking Los Angeles Clippers are winning basketball games. Hey, you guys have a great beginning of your week. Enjoy the game Tuesday, win or lose. It's basketball. Have fun with it. But please, for the love of God, OKC, win that basketball game. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being around. If you were around back in those bubble days, man, shout out to you. We appreciate you being along for the ride. We will talk to you guys soon. Until then, and as always, thunder up.